Hey everybody, welcome back to the Homestead. We're out in the garden today and the gardens are just booming thanks to a lot of rain that we've been receiving lately. The temperatures have been a bit cooler, which may pull the growth back, but we've been getting the water. And I think this coming week we're supposed to be getting it up into the 30s Celsius, Fahrenheit here. And it doesn't look like a lot of rain in the forecast. Last year we spent a lot of time watering the plants, and this year we probably have 2 to 3 times as many. So I purchased this watering system. I just got this off Amazon. I also purchased this pump and a bunch of stuff for the hoses. The plan is to hook it up to our tote that we installed last year so we can water the plants from the water from the top of the cabin roof. I've never done this before, so it'll be a bit of a learning experience. There's lots of parts. It doesn't look that too hard. These are the nozzles, and these are the little stakes that you hook them up to, and the distributor there, and it's 165 feet of hose. I did watch a video of some people I think that know what they're talking about. That's the people at Living Traditions Homestead. They're down in Missouri, and they recommended getting the constant pressure ones. So that means that when the water comes on, all these are set to open up at the same pressure. And that really makes sense, because if you got some down the line that are further from the tank, they're not going to get as much water as the other ones than the ones that are closer to the tank. So it's better to have them all go off at the same time. So this distributor system will allow us to have different zones in the garden. This would be a great time right now to hit that like button. And if you can, subscribe to this video. It would really help out. When I look at my statistics, only about 20% of the people that watch the videos actually subscribe. So if you could subscribe, it would really help me get me to the next level with YouTube. So let's get started. I think as a first step, what we're going to do is we're going to take the distributor and we're going to hook up one nozzle. And then I'm just going to go hook it up to the garden hose, and we'll see what kind of spray pattern we get out of that. And that'll allow us the knowledge to know how far apart we need to put these things to make sure we're getting the water that we want in the garden. So to do that, we'll just take a short piece, stick it in there like that. Take these little stoppers, put it on the other side there. Plug it into the distributor like that. Make sure all the other ones are turned off. All right, and we'll go hook that up to the garden hose, and we'll turn it on, see what happens. So we got it hooked up to the garden hose. I'll turn it on. So it's basically a jet. So it may seem like a lot now, but we can throttle that back like that. But when we have 40 of them in a row, it's going to reduce that flow quite a bit. That gives us some idea though, so we know what to do with it now. So we're going to start at the tank here. We want to get the pump mounted up here, and that'll come right off to a garden hose that we can run to our distributor. So in order to do that, we need to change that to a female right there. So I get some tape, Teflon tape. And when you're going from the garden hose one, you don't need to put any Teflon tape on it because it has the rubber washer in there. That should be good. And then we're going to put this little guy on here like that. But before we do that, we need Teflon tape on this side, because this is a garden hose fitting. This is an NPT, National Pipe Thread course, and you need some kind of sealant on that. And it could be like a white sealant that comes in a bottle, or you can just use Teflon tape like this. Always make sure you go this way. Hold it away from you, and then you go counterclockwise. Because if you do it the other way, when you go to thread it, it just removes it. Oh, there we go. Fooled myself. That should be good. And now we're going to put this coupler on. We're going to put this on here, but we need to put some Teflon tape on here because this is an MPT fitting. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. This side. There's arrows on this pump. If you can see them there, that tells you which way the flow goes. Don't put it on backwards. Another thing you want to make sure is you see in this pump, there's a little plug. You got to pop that out. Because this is fairly heavy, I'm going to put some string on it just to take a little bit of the weight. Maybe what I'll do, pop that off, try it like that. Probably some of you are wondering why I wasn't doing that, but anyway, we'll get her. There we go. We'll get some string just to tie that up. Better yet, I got a ratchet strap. We'll just hang that up there. There. That'll hold it nice and steady. Okay, we're all set there. So we're going to put this guy on. That's a 1/2 inch MPT on the inside there. That will go on the pump there like that. And then we'll put the distributor on there because that takes a garden hose right there. And then we can start running our lines off of there. So we need a little Teflon tape on here. We'll put this on here. There's a rubber washer inside there. And that's a garden hose fitting. We'll just leave everything. I don't want to tighten stuff up too much because you don't want to, it's all plastic fittings. You don't want to break them. I don't care if it leaks a little bit. So there we go. There's our distributor so we can start running our zones from here. The way these fittings work is it's very simple. You just push that in like that and then it doesn't come out. And it's theoretically watertight. Now if you put that in there and you want to change your mind, you just pull the blue part back and that pops out. But if you don't pull the blue part out, that doesn't pull out. So it's a very simple system. So our first zone is going to be our bed of peas here. They need lots to drink. So just put it like that. Now, leading up to the various gardens, I'm going to leave it a bit slack so you can step over it. I can tell you right now, this is going to become a big tangled mess, so we better be careful what we're doing here. There's supposed to be 165 feet in total, so there's 50, 30, 80, 82 and a half feet in each one of these rolls. That could be a big knot in a hurry. So to cut this, I have a pair of tubing cutters. These are the PEX cutters that I used when we were doing the plumbing on the house. You put the pipe down there like that. Cuts it off nice and straight. So these are the little stakes that come with it. I believe that goes in there just like that. And then you can tilt it like that and you can aim it either way. and adjust your flow. So I think we'll just start with one here. One right at it there, like that. Theoretically, that should put the water this way. And we'll see how it goes. I think getting these set up is going to be a fair bit of trial and error. The last one will have the little plug in it, like that. That's basically a dead end. All right, so we're all set up. We're gonna get some hydro, run it to that pump. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're gonna turn the water on here. And then we're going to plug the pump in. Get ready for some action. So you can hear the way the pump's chugging away like that. It has a bypass on it, so if it's not, all the water's not coming out, it cycles back around. That's a good thing. And apparently on this particular pump, you can run it dry, which is another good thing. So that's good. I think we're all good. I'll give you a quick look here. I think for the raised bed gardens, this is a perfect system from what I can see now. We got some leakage over here at the distributor, but I think once we get the other hoses plugged in, it'll take some of the pressure off there that's being created by the pump. So we'll get on to doing the Romas now. So you can see with our Roma tomatoes that we have, there's 12 plants in here, 3 rows of 4. And we have another box just like that over there. That's 24 plants in total. We got a bunch of other little Tiny Tim kind of things around here too, but this is our main sauce and pizza sauce and pasta sauce and crushed tomatoes and everything. That's what we're going to use the Romas for. On these ones, I think I'm going to do a double loop around, and then we'll go to that one and do a double loop around. But just that'll just be one zone on itself, and hopefully we can control it all so it's all getting the same amount of water. Now, the one thing I should point out is that the soil that we have in this bed and that bed is different, very different than the soil that we have in all the other beds. Last year we bought this soil and it was triple mix and it was expensive, big time. So we didn't do that for the rest. We just got a load of basically topsoil for the rest, and we've been augmenting it with bags of manure and some organic 444 fertilizer as well. But the drainage capabilities of that new soil is not near as good as this. So by utilizing the zone feature on that distributor, we can control how much water each garden is getting based on the type of soil that's in it, which is really handy. All right, we have them all hooked up, so now we'll turn the water system on. Ensign, engage the hydrological distribution system.
Aye, aye, Captain.
For now, I've shut off the pea zone, and we're just turning the tomato zone on so we can get that tuned up. So this is the second box here, and we're just not getting enough pressure. And that's with the valve wide open and the piece shut off. So I'm going to try hooking this part up to a second zone for the tomatoes, and hopefully that'll solve that problem. There, with the second garden hooked up as a separate zone, it definitely did the trick. We got lots of water pressure here now, and the other zone is still on. We need the water pressure because every other one on this side is watering the plant in the middle. So I need to have lots of water pressure to be able to shoot that far. It's the next day. Last night I got the lettuce area plumbed in for the irrigation as well. But last night it also rained, so you can't really see the difference. But all the gardens are looking great right now. And it is definitely a lot hotter today. So for the irrigation system, that's something I would definitely recommend. This is just a start for our irrigation system. We'll be adding a lot more to it. We got another garden over there that would be very handy, especially we got some crops over there like the pole beans and everything, and they use a lot of water, and we really want to make sure we get the most we can out of those plants because that's our food for the winter time. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe and click that bell to be notified when I release a new video. We'll see you back at the homestead.